Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. This video is exclusively for the CPC students. We are now discussing order number 5, service of summons to the defendant. When you institute a civil suit, normally you have to issue summons to the defendant to come and appear before the court, maybe in person, maybe through advocate, and file his statement of defense, which we call as a written statement, which I have explained in order number 8. Order 5 deals with the service of process. So please remember, section 61 to 69 of the CRPC, they also deal with the service of summons in CRPC in criminal cases. Likewise, section 27, if I am correct, yes, section 27 to 32 of the CPC, they also deal with the service of summons. And order number 5, order number 16, please remember, all these orders, they deal with the service of summons. So normally, what is a summons? We all know that summons is an intimation or a letter from the court requesting the parties to appear before the same on a fixed date at a particular time, to be a witness, to be the defendant, to produce a document. Only for these purposes summonses will be issued. Right? How they are served, this is more important. So service, please remember, as regards service, rule 9A is most important. Normally, as per in general things, what they will do is, please remember, the court will serve it by sending through their field clerks, or by sending through the court, or by sending through the courier agents. Right? This is rule 9. Rule 9 says that, yes, delivery of the summons by post or the so-called courier. And the best example is Salem Advocates Bar Association versus Inner India 2005 case. But the concerned clerk of the court, normally he will be on the job from 8 am to 8 pm, let us say. Defendant is such a bad person who has taken money from so many persons and who is trying to avoid the service of summons. Will he be available in his house? His house is always locked. Right? So he will come, visit the home during the dead night, maybe 12 o'clock, goes away in the early morning, maybe 4 o'clock. So in such a case, service in person, personal service, we normally call it as handover service, handover summons, rule 9A. If you request the court, they will hand over a copy of the summons to you personally. You can go pick him up and serve the summons. Please remember, as an elder, I advise you, you take the assistance of the court staff. We have seen an incident where this man went to serve the summons and that fellow stabbed him. So better you take the assistance of court staff, so that courtman will say, "Arey Baba, there is a summons against you. You can just take it, you just sign it, you can come to the court, you can enter the matter to another advocate, nothing will happen." Like that they will say. But you can't say. What you will say, since you are the agreed person, court summons ichindi, come on. So this thing may happen. So better you take the assistance of the court people. Rule 9A. So rule 9A deals with the personal service or the direct service. Right. Then rule 15 says service on the adult male member of the family, just like CRPC. So the servant is not treated as an adult male member, and head of the department also treated as an adult male member of the family. Then rule 17 is more important. When it is refused by the party, so it is sent by post. The postman goes there 2 or 3 times, but the other person, the recipient, he will refuse to take. So if the postman gives a certificate that it is not, he has refused, it is deemed service. If the process server comes and files an affidavit that he made efforts to serve the summons, but this man has refused to take the same, yes, deemed service. So likewise, suppose if the person is not at all traceable, if it is affixed. The summons is affixed to the outer door or at a conspicuous place of the house. Yes, service. Likewise, Rule 17 deals with the so-called refusal is treated as a service. And Rule 19A, please remember, the court can send it by post. At the same time, the court can give a handover summons to you also. Both things can be done. Because it's not, sometimes it's not possible to trace him. So I will tell you case law. Cohen versus Narsingh Das, 1892, not now, 1892. In this, it is true that you go to his house, but you do not find him. It is not sufficient. It is not enough. You should go to his house, make inquiries, the neighbors, if necessary, follow him. Then only this refusal will come into existence. Right? Then, most important, I have making video only for this purpose. Rule 20, substituted service. So when all the methods mentioned right from Rule 2 to Rule 19, they fail. In spite of your diligent efforts, the concerned summons is not traced, not traceable. Then what you do? The court will ask you to go for the substituted service. That is, in other words, we call it as paper publication. So this intimation of the case being posted to so-and-so date has to be published in the news press. So 2 newspapers, particularly the paper which is widely circulated in your area, and you have to mention the date of adjournment. So then if you file the same in the court, it is deemed service. So please remember, nowadays the technical services like WhatsApp service, email service, they have also come into existence. Then Rule 24, how to serve the summons to a person in prison. Simple, to the superintendent. How to serve a summons to the person in foreign countries. So this is reported in Rule 26, I think. Yeah. Rule 26, letter rogatory or letter of request. So if the person is there on the outside, and if some part of the investigation, like the commissioner's job, like some recording of the statement of a witness, all things to be done, yes, you can give a request to the other court of the concerned country by letter of request or letter rogatory. They will treat it as though they have issued it, and definitely they can help you. So this is what Rule 26. Then it is common knowledge that the people try to avoid. So before I forget, Rule 26 almost is equal to 166A in the CRPC. Here, service of summons. In CRPC 166A, it deals with a part of the investigation. If a part of the investigation has to be done in the other countries, yes, this court can send a letter rogatory or letter request according to section 166A and B. If that court, foreign court wants us, 166B CRPC, you please compare this, go through that provision also. So please remember, that's all regarding the service of summons as far as Order 5 is concerned. If time permits, next day we will discuss this service of summons on the witness according to Order 16. Okay, till such time, bye-bye. Thank you.